Famoo Bluetooth headsets. I already tested out one sports edition that you put over your ear. Now I have one that you put over your neck, and this one I want to try out and unbox it and give you a small review. So let's get started. So here we have the box, very unspectacular, but you can see the design of the earbuds already. As you can see here, these are wireless headphones for sports, and by Famoo. And you can see here the model name BT260, and the wireless band, the dB rate, and supported operating systems, probably also Linux and other Bluetooth devices that are supported here with this one. We have here some the color, first of all, which is like a bit of a red kind of color. Hand up, I don't know what that means. I think it's just call quality or call possibility. You can pause, you can play, and you can answer calls, and you can hang up. Probably it's what is meant by here. Anyway, let's try to get it out of the box here. Experience is pretty straightforward. As you might know, the devices are pretty affordable, and this one especially as well. So here we have the device, and you can see already some paper material nicely presented in this plastic bag here. We have some tips here, ear tips of course, so you can change your tips pretty easily here. So you can see here we have the ear tips with the hooks, and it's also, I think, holding up magnetically. Yeah, they're also holding up magnetically to pause the music and probably also stop the device itself from discharging. And yeah, you can choose various different ear tips. You can open it up. You can see that it is pretty large here, the opening, which is nice. And I think the tips are also not bad. So they have like the inner side here red. It's also a bit more sturdy than the outer side, which is pretty soft. So yeah, first design experience, it looks okay. The ear hooks, also look okay. I think you can move them around. There I had the issue with the previous version, but this looks a bit smaller because it's not over the ear, it's just in the ear. We will have to see how this will work out. Otherwise, we have a USB Type-C to A cable, a pretty short one, and a little instruction booklet that gives you information on how to use the device. And you can see we have this also again in various different languages, which is pretty nice. So no issues with this one here. And here you have all the instructions how to turn it on. You just power it on by releasing them and power them off by magnetically attaching them, and yeah, they will show up as BT260, and you can pair them up then automatically as long as they're not paired up. And then we have some tab options as well, and we have adjust volume, switch song options there, and it's also giving us the option what will happen if we press multiple buttons for a longer time. And yeah, I will show you the controls as well. So this side is completely empty, as you can see here. The other side is blinking already because we have them, now it's turning off, detached. And yeah, we have a multi-function button here. We have a plus and minus button for the volume, and I think if you press longer you can switch tracks. We have a microphone here, which looks to be like a microphone. And yeah, of course we have a charging port here as a USB-C charging port, which is nice. I like USB-C charging ports. I would really like to have like the Huawei design, where you have it like built in here, where you have can plug it out and plug it in to charge directly. But this is also not bad, and yes, because you don't need like another adapter. Just a normal USB-C cable could work out for your smartphone, for example. It's a bit rubbery here. Maybe hear it. It's a bit of plastic here as well. This here looks sturdy enough, I would say. You always have to keep the price in your head. This looks a bit, feels a bit empty and hollow, but I think for sports it's okay, because like it needs to be lightweight, not disturb you too much. Yeah, I will try it out, put it on, and will tell you about my experience with this BT260 wireless headphone for sports from Famoo. Okay, connection wise, I want to show you still that how to connect it. It's pretty easy. I have my Google Pixel 6 here. I just unplug those here, or just get them to turn on. They should be blinking right now. Yeah, I think they're blinking now. Let's turn them off and on again. So they should turn on now, and then they should be available here under your Bluetooth settings, and I can pair a new device and they should be appearing here. BT260. I click on pair and they are paired now. I think they also said something that are paired. 90% battery, and we don't have much settings here, but it's supporting AAC, which is I think a nice addition. So not only SBC codec but also AAC codec, which I hope gives good sound quality. So let's talk a bit about the design and about the fit and finish of those earbuds, and especially the sound quality. So let's first talk about design. So they are magnetic, so if I really unpull them, they're going automatically into pairing mode or connecting directly to the last device paired. And there's a nice voice saying in a bit of a Chinese English accent, Chinese accent actually in English, that they are connected right now, and or they're in pairing mode or something like this. So this is really fine. I like also the fit and finish of them, because like they don't feel cheap, even though I think most of it is plastic that is used. It's very sturdy build. The cable is a bit fragile, I would say, here and there, but it's also has protectors for it. So yeah, no issues with this. They're not too heavy. I like the ear hooks here, so they're not over the ear like before. They're just in the ear to protect or to hook into the ear. So if I put it in my ear here right now, see what you can see is like it is yeah, fitting here nicely in my ear canal, the ear tip, and then also here around the ear, I don't know how it's called, but it's very nicely. I don't have any pressures, and I can really wear them for a long time without any issues, which is pretty nice. So for the fit and comfort, these Famoos are really famous. So they're really good in this case. And I like those little hooks here because they're not too long, they fit perfectly, and they also give me a very secure fit in my ears that is holding pretty tight, so it's not falling out of my ears no matter what I'm doing. So yeah, they are sports ear for a reason, because if I do this or something like this, maybe hit the microphone, it is not falling off my ear or anything. So it's doing a very good job, and it's very secure. So this is very cool in this regard. And I think also the buttons here, they are okay. I still have have to get used to it, but there is a difference when you feel here between the minus and the plus. So you can feel minus and plus very, not easily I would say, but it's something that you can get used to, what is minus, what is plus. And there's another button that doesn't have any texture, which is like the play pause button, or the button to answer a call or something like this. So this is working fine with those. What I really like is really the fit and the ease of use, because you can wear them like this, you can let them hang here, let them automatically pause if they were not connected yet, and yeah, they're very quick in connecting and powering on to the last device. So this is working very cool. And also I think the whole technology, the technology that they put in here, the Bluetooth 5.3, is very good. I also like the very long battery life, because you have 24 hours of battery life, which is very cool. Then you have to charge it up, but only a 10 minutes of charge gives you around 3.5 hours of battery life. So I can, like, if I noticed early in the morning, damn, I forgot to charge them and they're empty, plug them in, 10 minutes, eat my breakfast. After 10 minutes I go out to my work or something, and during commuting I can listen to one of those very, very long German podcasts that take like 3 hours or something like this. And I'm able to finish those podcasts with those earbuds without any issues. So this is very, very cool. Or longer sessions of music. So very fast charging as well, even though you have to have a USB-C cable. Almost everyone has somehow a USB-C cable for charging their phone, so there's no issue at all, and it's charging very, very good. And yeah, Bluetooth 5.3 also means you have good connectivity. These are ones of the most stable Bluetooth headsets that I tested so far, and I tested also, yeah, very expensive, far more expensive headsets than those here. That only also support AAC as the highest compressed kind of standard, and I think they have like then, I'm not sure LDAC is also compressed, I think they have LDAC support as well, but like the FreeBuds Pro 2 or something like this, they have worse connectivity than those here in my apartment. This could be the Bluetooth technology, because this is 5.3 and I think the other says 5.2 or 5.1 or something like this, so you will notice it. These are the most stable when it comes to running around through my whole apartment. I can put my phone here, in this case the Pixel 6, I can put it here in my office and can run around in my apartment without any hiccups or issues at all, where all the other headphones I tried, I think only the big over-ears that you can put on that have like bigger antennas for sure, don't have this issue, but the small earbuds always had these issues. But this one here not. So very good connectivity and stability when it comes to sound via those. And then I have to look at my cheat sheet here. IPX7 water and splash resistant, sweat proof, so it's ideal for sport. What's not so ideal for sports is audiophonics. So audiophonics is when you put them into your ear and for example start running and you're moving around and these cables move around a little bit. So as soon as you get something hit here on the cable, like for example my collar, I just put this collar on here, or this vest, you will hear it. You will hear it. As soon as you touch the cable here, you will hear it directly vibrating into your ear. And this is something that is, yeah, the only big issue, big gripe that I have here with them for sports users, because it's like a little bit distracting here and there when you're running around or something like this, and you have these noises that constantly, and you have to, like, if you're really, really sensitive about those, you have to figure out another way to protect them, because like you cannot make them a little bit smaller, so my neck is not so big apparently as those are designed for, so it might be something that you might run into an issue. Of course, if you have a warm climate and you're running outside when it's warm, you probably have a t-shirt on and not like a jacket or something like this, then it probably will not rub against anything. But something to keep in mind, they have like cable audiophonics that are a bit distracting. When it comes to sound, let's talk about the sound quality. The sound quality is typical for a sports earbud, very bassy. Very, very bassy in this case. I think they're even doing advertisements with over 40% of more bass with those. And yes, it is bass. A bit too much bass for my taste, I have to say. And when talking about fit and finish, I put the largest ear tips on. With the mid ear tips, you can put them in. They're not sealing so well, then you still get enough bass, I would say, but have like more clear highs and not this like really boomy kind of sound that I really don't like so much, I have to say. I can understand when in a sports situation you're running, then of course you maybe want this to get yourself a bit more engaged. So this might be one of the reasons this is so boomy. But it's very, very boomy, and especially if you're not using them for sports, just like I said, for commuting, for listening to podcasts, or listening to music, it might be a bit too much boom, because it is bleeding into the mids already, and you have then this very signature warm kind of sound, and that's so warm that the highs and the mids and the voices are getting like, a bit too warm, a bit too bassy, which is not pleasant sometimes to listen to, especially if it depends on the music that you're listening to. So if you have music that is really bassy, engaging for sports, then this works fantastically. The sound quality is good. It's lacking a bit of details, but it's a €30 headset, so what you can expect. But I wish there would be like some kind of equalizer function here, either in a setting via double tap where you can set, I don't want it so much bass, I want it more neutral. So like give us free options somehow to say we don't want it so much bass, we want a bit of more neutral, or we want more highs. This is, I think, the thing that would make this perfect, this product. I always have to nitpick a little bit, but it's 30 euros, so yes, it's good. The sound quality, stability is good. Clear voices, clear highs, forget about them. It's about the bass, and the bass hits hard, the bass hits good. It's bleeding into the mids, which is unfortunate, but that's the way it is. Very warm sound. We have good 24-hour battery life, so yeah. It's a good product, I would say. For 30 euros, if you're searching something for sports, better than the last Famoo that I was testing, definitely. From the sound quality point of view, from the fitting point of view, and the overall experience as well, far, far better than the last one. I like this magnetic stuff. I like the neckbands in general. Pretty fine. And yeah, what else can I tell you? This is a good headphone for sports. I can recommend you this one when you want to have like an engaging bassy sound. If you're searching for something more musical, then search somewhere else, but you won't find something with this neckband and something with this good stability in terms of Bluetooth connectivity. I like listening to podcasts to this because warm podcast also works. What's not working so much is music with female vocals and so on. It's like just too warm in my opinion. And the highs and mids are not the best. But everything else is good here. And it's not, I wouldn't say it's very good, because there's always some things that you might want to make better, like the cable tangling and audiophonics that you have with the cables, the bass stuff eventually, but it's a good product. And for 30 euros, you cannot make anything wrong there. 24 hours battery life and 10 minutes charging for another 3 hours, or I think they are making the advertisements 30 minutes charging for 10 hours of battery, something like this. Very, very cool indeed. And yeah, I'm very happy about those here. And of course, at the end now of this video, I will give you a microphone test, because it has an inbuilt microphone here, which is a bit closer to the mouth, and we will check out the microphone quality when it comes to calling. Personally, yeah, I wouldn't use them probably for calling, but if in an emergency situation you have to take a call and you have it around your neck, it's better than nothing. So let's check it out. So this is a microphone test with the Famoo BT260s, and they have a unique design with this neckband, and the microphone is sitting really in this neckband itself, very close to my mouth. This is why the sound quality is pretty okay. So you have to be careful if you put a thick jacket on, that if you like hiding the microphone a bit, then of course it is a bit mumbly. Otherwise, if you don't have like a big jacket or something like this, or have the microphone on top, sitting on top, close to your mouth, then you don't have any issues. I think for phone calls it's usable. I think it's even better than the last Famoo version that I tested, which were true wireless in-ears. True wireless in-ears usually have the issue that they are sitting only in your ear and so far away from your mouth that they have issues getting your voice. But those are sounding, I think, quite okay. And yeah, maybe useful for phoning, for calling someone. With those, even though the quality is not the highest here, it's still okay for the purpose of yeah, calling someone. What do you think?